All right, I'm going to share with you the process to how to create a performance dashboard. A performance dashboard is the top 3 to 5 areas for success in a position. I have a real situation where I worked with a company. They had 10 technical managers, and they were over the next year going to hire 5 more technical managers. And their objectives were: 1, hey, we want to hire the right people, so we want to put the right people in the right seats. 2, we want to do a better job of onboarding. And 3, we want to clarify expectations and up-level performance for the current people in the position. So the first step in that process is to create a dashboard. Now, the dashboard is something that I created with a group of subject matter experts. There were 6 people that participated in the creation of the dashboard, but it is a tool that you can use sitting at your own desk by yourself to create a dashboard for your own position for clarity, or to create a dashboard for people who work for you, where you're trying to talk through and drive performance and get clarity around what's expected. So there's 3 steps in the performance dashboard process. The letters, or the acronym for the process, is R.P.M, and let's go through those steps now. So the R is to respond and brainstorm answers to the question, what must happen for success in the position? Ask negatively, if this doesn't happen, the job has failed. And so with the group, they all listed their answers on Post-it notes and shared those with the group. They picked their number 1, they picked their top 3, and then they picked their number 1 out of their top 3, and they shared it with each other. So it was a lot of good discussion and clarity about what's important in the job. And on your own, what you would do is just make your list. You'd brainstorm your answers to the question, what must happen in the job to have superior performance, or said what must happen for success in the job. Respond and brainstorm your answers. The second step is to then take your answers and place them into categories. And so with that group, they all had Post-it notes with 1 answer per Post-it note. We grouped them together. We created headline statements for the grouped areas. So what's a statement that describes this category? And then we prioritize them. So that's the P and the second step in the dashboard process. And so then what we ended up with was something that looks like this. This is a dashboard. It's the top 3 to 5 priorities for success in the position. And the litmus test you want to do on the dashboard, or your categories that you come up with, is ask, if this doesn't happen in the job, has the job failed? And you ask it on each category, and if you can answer that, then you have a good dashboard. So what you would do with this dashboard in the hiring process, and what I did with that company, is we took the dashboard and they had that in front of them as they completed a job quiz. And it's through a process that I use called trimetrics. The dashboard helped them all be on the same page so that they get a stronger benchmark. And a benchmark is basically a list of competencies and motivators and behavioral style. It's a template of what the perfect candidate would look like. It's a document that looks like this, and it gives them interview questions, and it gives them a template of who are they looking for, and it keeps the interview team focused on who's a good fit in this job. Not people we just like or that sound good in the interview, but who actually fits what we need for success in the job. I'll have a copy of this on the page where this video is. It's at pricelessprofessional.com/dashboard. Once they have their job template and they have some candidates in place, we then assess the candidates. They take a candidate assessment, and the employer received debriefs, a 1-page debrief with some written notes from me around where they were a fit, where they weren't a fit, and some guidelines on what to go follow up with around references and in 2nd and 3rd interviews. So that's for the hiring process. That's how the dashboard helps you there. And then how does it help you in the onboarding and in the performance expectations? Basically, you do the 3rd step of the R.P.M process. That's M, and that's measurements and metrics. So you take the dashboard and your 5 category items, or 3 to 5 categories, and you put measurements under each one of those for each employee. The new person would have different measurements. The experienced person would have, and somebody who's really on target, their measurements might look a lot different from someone who has some development opportunity or is struggling in the job. So it's R.P.M, 3 steps. You take the dashboard and you use that as your tool for performance management. It is the first step in my book of the hiring process that I share in the book, How to Hire Superior Performance. And it's a tool that I go to time and time again when I'm talking to managers and they're talking about somebody not performing up to speed. And I ask, do they understand the expectations in the job? And oftentimes the manager thinks the employee does. You ask the employee and the employee is not clear. The dashboard is the answer. Get clear on what the 3 to 5 expectations for performance are in the position. Then put measurements underneath those and use that tool for success and driving performance. So now you know how to create a dashboard. I hope you use it and that it's helpful. And all of this information, plus information about my book, is available at pricelessprofessional.com/dashboard. Thanks.